Beats asks, thanks for the response. Today we had surgical done. Describe Clavamox and Cabaprofen. I'm curious if the antibiotics will harm the puppies. No, it'll be fine. Clavamox is extremely safe, and no, this is the kind of thing that we give to puppies when they've got problems anyway, right from when they've been born. So Clavamox is absolutely fine. Rodney Nelson, what's the best method to get my dog genetically accurately tested? Go to Animal Genetics. I like them a lot. Get Money Daily. Day 9, my dog was 19.4. I did an AI. Should I do another one or not? If it was my choice, I would do a second one 2 days later, then retest the numbers to make sure the numbers are high. 100 bands bulls. How long should you let blood sit if you don't have a centrifuge? Does the temperature of the blood matter? No, the temperature doesn't matter. When you pull that out from the dog, it'll be at dog's temperature around 100 degrees, but it'll get to room temperature within a few minutes anyway. And I let it sit for 5 minutes. If you don't have a centrifuge, then what you're going to have to do here is you can use a ceiling fan and put the tube on a ceiling fan. I've got a video on this. Spin it with a ceiling fan for about an hour or two, and that'll separate it. Amanda Yotha. I was wondering perhaps you knew what could cause an extreme coat color change from puppy to adult. One of my puppies was born with a white coat with large grey splotches of slate grey. But as he matured, the color changed completely to a light red with splotches turned to a chocolate color. Well, the sire was a solid red with chocolate merling and the mum was solid blue. I don't know. Never seen that. I don't know. Other people might chime in on that. Tammy Merkel. Once you clamp the dew claws and pull these dew claws, do they ever come back? If you get the whole dew claw out properly. If you don't get the entire dew claw back, yes, they will absolutely grow back. So you've got to get the whole dew claw. So you've got to make sure you get your forceps and small fine-headed small forceps make life a lot easier. Get it down below the knuckles, so when you squeeze on it, the whole kind of claw pops up, and then you can get the whole claw off. Someone's asking about Ja Makala asks about what breed is this for when puppies' ears don't stand up. Any dogs. There's nothing particular about Frenchies for this. Any dog it'll work with. Alfonso Lopez, beautiful pups. I have a question. I have a 3-week-old English bulldog. When he eats normal. No milk coming out of his nose, nothing. But as he sleeps, milk is coming up his nose. I suck it out. What can it be? Well, I mean, you know, there are some things that can cause this. One of the things that comes to mind is megaesophagus, where a dog has an enlarged gullet and it doesn't drain properly into the stomach. But what would I do about this? Absolutely nothing at the moment. Let the dog grow up, get bigger. Things might get better, things might get worse. But I wouldn't. There's no way that you can do any kind of surgery on a dog like this. And pretty soon, you know, at 4 weeks, you can get him onto mushy food and see if that fixes the whole problem. So I wouldn't do anything other than just wait on this one. King Pup Kennels. What age would you say is it safe to use frozen ship semen for a stud? So the first thing is that you're not going to ship frozen semen. You're going to ship chilled semen. Very, very different in terms of how you handle this. Frozen semen is stored in nitrogen at minus 150 degrees or whatever, but a very cold temperature. And we have to have a special vapor shipping canister that's expensive, it's big and bulky, and then when the person receives it, they've got to do a surgical at the other end. So almost certainly you don't mean frozen, you mean chilled. And when can you use chilled semen? As soon as the dog can produce enough motile sperm. The number we'd like to see is 200 million or more motile sperm. So the moment he gets to that, he's ready to go. Rosalind Johnson, just not long ago, got a pup from Cody. It was a smooth transaction. They definitely have good dogs. My vet definitely told me I got myself a perfect dog. Well, great. I love that. So how much is the male? Unini asks. Call Tammy, 580-799-1910. Talk to Tammy. She will tell you all about these dogs. Right now, one of the boys is gone, but there's 2 boys and a girl available. All right, so ex-Anotse had a problem with a puppy rejecting puppies. I gave her some advice, and now she's feeding all 5 boys. Great, glad to hear it. So what was this? Co-ownership, the good, bad, and the ugly. So Anna said, I did this. So she did a co-ownership. did this. Now the people moved and changed their phone numbers. Now I'm rebooting my breeding program. I do Bichons. Yeah, right. So, I mean, you know, co-ownerships, you know, my advice to you is to anybody, and I'm taking this advice to myself now, I am not doing any co-ownerships with anybody unless they are physically within 100 miles of me or less, so that I can see what the hell's going on. There's too much of this mucking around business. And when I can tell you this, one of the problems, well, I'm not going to say any more about it other than my advice would be if you can do a co-ownership, don't give them the paperwork. You hold that, because that's your kind of mechanism to kind of have some control of the whole situation. And do it with people who are less than 100 miles away. So Joelle Fanjul is asking, what colors will this female produce? So it is BB, so one copy of testable, NCO, so one copy of cocoa, little d, so it is a blue dog, and it carries a copy of cream. So there's the girl. So you don't say anything about brindle or pied, so we're not going to talk about that. We're going to assume it has neither. So if you put this with a dog that is either, I better put this last part in, ATA. All right. So what can this dog produce? Well, it can produce blue dogs. If you put this with a blue dog or a blue carrier, you're going to get blue dogs. If you put this with a dog that's little b, then half of the dogs are going to be little b, and that will be chocolate. And if you put this with a dog that's little co, then half the dogs will be little co, which is cocoa. And if you put it with a dog that's little e, then half the dogs will be little e, cream. And if you put this with an AT dog, then you are going to get all ATs or ATAs, which is 10 points. So, to answer your question, this dog, I'm just going to look at the screen here real quick and make sure this is visible to you all. And it is, good deal. So what can you get? You can get blue dogs, you can get chocolate dogs, you can get cocoa dogs, you can get cream dogs with 10 points. So if you combine those together, you've got, you know, you can get some Isabellas, and you could get some new shades, and you could get some platinum versions of that with 10 points. So nice dog. I mean, lots of opportunities for that dog. I would breed that dog, if you could find it, I would breed that dog to a new shade 10-pointed dog without brindle, is what I would try and breed to. And Cody actually has a dog that's all of that but one notch off, that's just now starting his career. So he does have a dog that you might be interested in. And while we're here, breeder101.com. I've got my courses going now. You can go see them at breeder101.com. They're all video courses that you don't have to download, don't have to run an app. They do cost a bit of money, but typically less than a vet visit. And I think you'll find them very useful, because part of the problem you've got with all my YouTube stuff is it's spread all over the place. So to find stuff is difficult. These courses are specific things like how to get dogs pregnant, how to get your timing right, how to raise puppies, how to sell puppies. They're all individual courses. Once you sign up for one, you own it forever. Me to do more of these videos. But do remember, disclaimer here, I am not a vet. I'm not a licensed medical professional. I'm purely a person who's been breeding dogs for the last couple of decades. Any information that you got from this video, use at your own risk. There's nothing implied here, and certainly this should not be used as a substitute for advice from your veterinarian or your medical professional. I hope you enjoyed the video. Come back for more of them. Frisky now, come on up here.